Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Pack Rats TCG. I'm your host, Good Dr. Dan, and today we have a slightly different video. I got a package from good old Wizards of the Coast. Maybe a little bit controversial for some people, depending, but I really wanted this and I got it. If you're familiar, this is the fabled, horrible, dreadful, worst thing that Magic has ever done, the Secret Lair drop series. This is actually one of the only ones that I didn't want. It just came in a bundle that was cheaper, so I got it. So I basically got this one for free, paid normal prices. This is the A Box of Rocks, which there are some cool cards in it. Due to popularity of it, I'm not going to keep this sealed. I'm also not going to sell anything in here. So she's open. So inside the contents of a Secret Lair box, they do treat it like a very special series. You do get your white little plain box. It is wrapped up. Actually pretty nice. The packaging is pretty nice for this. You do get this nice little box. On the box, it says what's inside of it. This is A Box of Rocks, obviously. And then, let's see, I can't remember how you open these. You just press it out, right? Right? I don't want to tear it apart. Come on. I'm smarter than the box. Oh. Do you just pop it? Pop it? No? I don't want to tear this box apart. But how do I get it open? Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll pull tab. Okay. Inside here, you get the cards that were all listed. Every card is known what you're going to get. It's not a surprise, something special. You know what you're going to get. Except for this guy, obviously. So, but before we get into the cards, again, it's actually a really nice box. All things considered, it doesn't feel cheaply made. It feels pretty quality. But we're going to get into, while we're looking at these cards, we're going to get into some of the negatives, what people like to talk about. Actually, a lot of people like to talk about. Every card is in this nice little sleeve. I opted to get most, if not all, of my cards in the non-foil variant as to avoid from foil curling, which I have heard a lot has happened in the drop series. But some of this was based off of there were certain YouTube channels that were calling for basically fire and brimstone for the Secret Lair drop series, which I kind of disagree with. There were exclusive cards made with The Walking Dead. That will never come out in any other set, and people were talking about how that's not fair to normal players. Well, as a non-ish player, I do play a little bit, but not that much to be called a player. It doesn't matter, personally. The cards are basically useless. The only value they hold is within the series and them being premium cards. That's really it. But for this, there actually is value in these cards. These are just alternate arts. That's all they are. These are normal cards that are in Magic that you can get from other sets, but these are just alternate arts that they release. So, as you've seen on the camera while I've been talking, Arcane Signet. See? Really pretty Chromatic Lantern. A Commander Sphere. Little froggy boy there. Okay. Darksteel Ingot. I think that's kind of cute. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's cute. And then Gilded Lotus. I like all those artifacts. Those are all cool. I especially like Gilded Lotus. Actually, the original art of Gilded Lotus is really cool. I want to put each of these just on top of each other, and then I do have, you can see right here in the corner, some penny sleeve. And we got this little guy here, Obnixus, the hate twisted alternate art. It looks like slightly extended over the frame. It looks really clean, except for his face. It looks like they took an orc from Lord of the Rings and then smattered some drawn stuff around him. So from far away, the card looks really neat, and then you get close and you kind of see like he has like almost like a digital face, and then a Borderlands like kind of like black lines everywhere. I actually don't care. I'm gonna open this card. Like I said, I'm not interested in selling any of these. These are for my own personal collection. These are just for me. I'm gonna look at them and love them and treat them well. I also didn't like purchase this card specifically. This was just in the pack. I won't lie, I didn't even know I was gonna get it. But cool, I got it. I'm putting that in the sleeve right away because it's foil, and as I've said in the other videos, you know, there's been some other stuff going on with foils, I think. Party Hard, Shred Harder. This is actually the set that got me wanting Secret Lair. No, I don't really sound like it. Don't really act like it. Huge metalhead. I love death metal and scream core and death core and all those crazy metal types. I love them all. And this is what sold. This is why. You'll see. And then our little card down here. Another War of the Sparks. Planeswalker. You know, that would be really cool if we got like a Narset. I really think that would hold some really crazy value if we got a Narset. But this is what sold me on the Secret Lair series. Was these cards. This is why I wanted them, and then I started seeing other art and other things that I really liked. And if you've watched any of the videos, you do know how much I appreciate art, how much I respect the artists, and oops, sorry about the camera there. How much I just I ooze enthusiasm for foils. But this is crazy. This is a Magic. This is a Magic the Gathering card. This Anguished Unmaking. I mean, this is screams Death Metal Screamo, Assassin's Trophy. These are absolutely gorgeous. And this is, I mean, this, oh my God. This is why I bought the Secret Lair series, was these cards right here. These 5 cards made me spend all that money on the cards. And I shouldn't say spend all that money. It was probably like $100 for all these cards together. And independently, these already are worth more than $100. Like each of these cards, you can just comfortably say is worth $5. God, these cards are so pretty. And that's probably my favorite out of all of them. It's either the Anguished Unmaking or this one. I actually honestly can't read it. It's so metal. Dude, jeez. That's really pretty. And then we're going to open up this guy. But for Secret Lair, other than the controversy, it has been kind of accepted in niche communities of Magic. A lot of people don't like it because they think it incentivizes collecting, weirdly enough, which I don't understand why people don't seem to like collecting. Artist Seb McKinnon. I love Seb's art. If you watch some of my older videos, you will see that I love Seb art. I think he's a wonderful artist. And I'm trying to get a hold of some Seb playmats so that I can actually have some pretty backgrounds. If you're not familiar with Seb McKinnon, You will, as soon as you open this, you'll know exactly who he is. If you're not familiar with his art, you'll know right away. There's no question. You'll know right who it is. And then our little premium, it's an extra Seb card, basically. Okay, put this over here on top. So yeah, like I said, you never know what card this is. I don't know, but we'll take this out right away. Put it right there. Till we're ready to come to it. But Secret Lair series, accepted in some courses. Some people say it's the worst. It's hate. You know, it doesn't incentivize playing and incentivizes art and collecting. Well, oh, sorry about that. There's my dog is barking. Some people say that the Secret Lair series is bad for the community. I disagree. If Secret Lair is bad for the community, every alternate set other than draft boxes are bad for the community as well. It's just another thing. Oh, sorry, got a little in there. This is Seb McKinnon's art. Oh God. It almost leaves me speechless sometimes how gorgeous it is. See, okay. Damnation. This specific playmat, until just recently, from what I've seen, this specific playmat is $300. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that, but I'll sure give it a swing. Seb McKinnon's art is amazing, and I didn't even know there was any until I saw the Secret Lair series. I didn't know there was independent art just for him. Those are absolutely gorgeous. And looking at this right away, there already is a little bit of curvature. So that's kind of worrisome that if that back card is going to have that much curvature in comparison to these nice straight cards. You know, but that's neither here nor there. And this is my favorite, and the only one I got in the foil edition, the Happy Little Gathering. Opposed to, you know, I am a big metalhead and stuff. I'm also a card nerd. Love anime. I know this is a Force of Will playmat, but if anybody is familiar with the ReZero series, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then for the older school, Monty Python's Search for the Holy Grail. Rabbit's very similar. So Happy Little Gathering foil edition. So now before I open this, I actually got a email from Wizards of the Coast, basically, saying that people were getting, in their foil editions, they were getting non-foil editions. And the people who got the non-foil editions were getting the foil editions. And to their credit, they honored the purchase, and they said, if you got a foil edition and you got the regular cards, we're going to send you the foil edition and you can keep the regular ones, and vice versa. So they did potentially lose a lot of money, but see, this is where we're going to figure out if I actually did get the foil cards here or not. And if I did, everything's okay. If I didn't, I had to contact Wizards of the Coast and tell them that I did, in fact, get the non-foil and the foil purchase. So this is what we're going to figure out. And 3, 2, 1, and okay, we got the foil. Good. I don't know if every card's going to be foil, but we're going to figure that out really quick. And then the back card is a holy smoking cheese. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm a huge Bob Ross fan. I know that sounds kind of weird coming from an anime nerd, metalhead, you know, guy who works at a factory. I love Bob Ross. He was a very essential part to my childhood. I loved watching him paint. I can't say it helped me get through hard times, but it really helped me a different reality, a different vision, and a different way of seeing things. So Bob Ross was an essential part of my upbringing, and so I had to do everything to support it. Smite, the MOBA game, I believe that's what it's referred to as, a MOBA game. They did a collaboration with the Bob Ross Foundation, and a lot of money went to charity, and I absolutely supported that. I love the things that Bob Ross did and for everything he did for people. So I think all of these are just lands. Beautiful. I think every one of these is one of Bob Ross's art pieces. These aren't I don't think these are recreations. I think these are all Bob Ross pieces as well. Very intense rainbow foiling. And Evolving Wilds has a quote up there: an island. I don't recall him ever doing an island, but he has thousands of art, or art pieces. What's going on right there? What is that? Is that part of the art, or is that a little dog? Or no, it's got foiling on it. I'm not really sure what that little thing is right there. Is it a boat? Oh, it might just say Ross. Might just be his signature. Okay. Oh wow, look at this swamp. Wow. That's pretty. Jeez. No, okay, now that's probably my favorite one so far. Actually, I might just try to go online and get these in non-foil. I want them in both if I can. I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, mountains. That's gorgeous. This actually kind of looks like the dual land tundra, or is it taiga? No, taiga's kind of white. This looks a lot like tundra then. Okay, that's really cool too. I'm not much of like just a solid red player, but that's gorgeous. And then the two forests, which I anticipate being amazing. Okay. Oh my God, these are so pretty. I'm gonna obviously, as soon as this, actually, I might even do it while we're still talking. To even show you how much I like Bob Ross, I actually have a 2021 Bob Ross calendar right here. We'll just put down here a little bit and make us a nice little bank. Just some ground for some bushes and trees to sit down on. Don't want them all to fall off into the water and make a big splash. That'll disturb all the old trout that live in there. As you can tell, he's had a way with words. Very, very in love with nature, as he did almost all art in terms of nature and things like that. So Evolving Wilds, we don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. That's actually what Wizards of the Coast did. They did honor that saying. There were no mistakes, just happy accidents, and that's why they offered to give everybody the opposite, or I should say the opposite, to give everybody what they deserve, instead of making people charge everything. Charge them again and make them have to buy everything again and say, oops, tough luck. Sorry there, the person who spent $100 trying to buy cards. You're out of luck. No, they did a good thing. They're giving everybody double. Good. Okay, from a dastardly little devilish point of view, where I kind of stand, that technically makes it to where there are more printings of the card, or if there aren't more printings, it's just had reserve of it, and that technically makes things cheaper. That's awesome. I'm really glad Wizards did that. I think all of these products are very cool. I don't have any problem with the Secret Lair series. I know some people do, and they absolutely have the right to dislike them, to hate on them, to say anything they want about them. They have that right. It's totally theirs. They have their opinion. But for me personally, I love Bob Ross. Seb McKinnon is a wonderful artist who I am trying to support through other means and purchasing his independent playmats. I actually might be able to get some signed ones if I'm lucky. I'm a big metalhead, so that really spoke to me as well. And then, like I said, the box of rocks came with the bundle that I purchased. It was all four of these, or it was these three. Sorry, it's these three, and then I got the Bob Ross independently. I think. It might have been. I was able to get the Bob Ross foil and everything else non-foil. Obviously, I'm not going to play with any of these cards. They're going to go into I guess I'll make a specific binder for them. No, I do not use 3-ring binders of any form. I use Ultra Pro side loading binders, and I keep them upright. I don't lay them on top of each other. These cards are going to be in the Secret Lair binder. I will say that there are some Secret Lairs that Wizards definitely dropped the ball on. For me personally, I don't. Everybody has, like I said, the reserve the right to their own opinion. But there's one of them that I'm seeing on Facebook Marketplace and eBay and what's the other website? Mercy, something like that. It's the Tattoo series. And I think the Tattoo series by itself left a really bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. That by itself was really kind of a catalyst that didn't need to be there. I think that's an awful, horrible set. That being said, some people are really into that kind of retro, definitely not black and white tattoo, or sorry, black and gray, not black and white. I mean, tattoo nomenclature is not that great. With Secret Lair, I think this is awesome. I paid around 100 and I think 120 or 130 bucks for all these cards. They're already immediately worth more than that. Immediately, to be fair. I mean, to be brutally honest, whenever you buy most of these cards, they're immediately worth more. Okay, a Arcane Signet right now in Commander Legends is worth like $3. Okay, at a minimum, this card's worth $3. Okay, Chromatic Lantern's like a $6 to $9 card in Guilds, or which is it, Guilds or is it Allegiance? Either way, it's like $8 minimum. Okay, Commander Sphere, it's actually not super valuable. You could say it's $5. Darksteel Ingot, $5. Go to Lotus, I'm pretty sure is like $13 from Dominaria, I think. So it has to be worth minimum value at least. And if people don't know the premium of lands had a definite premium, and I actually don't know the true value of any of these. I don't think I've opened them personally. I don't know English when making. Assassin's Trophy is one of the most valuable rares in the Ravnica set that was just with Chromatic Lantern. It's at least a $15 card. And with the alternate versions of these, it has to be worth more. And Evolving Wilds, obviously, you get it in almost every fourth pack and core sets. But there are some Evolving Wilds that hold value. And at a very bare minimum, a foil land, especially a premium foil land, you can sell for at least $1. I mean, at an absolute bare minimum. If you needed to sell this card, you could get $1 for it. If you bought it, there's no way you said, "Oh, I'm out of money. Times are tough." You could absolutely get $1 for a foil land. Depends on where you go. I have a local store. It's not an LGS, but it's a local store that does buy bulk commons, does buy bulk uncommons, does buy bulk rares. I will say that their rates are absolutely horrendous, but that's neither here nor there. If you're strapped for cash, you can make money on foils. You can make money on foils because they can make money on foils. If you come up to them and you got a brick of foils, you can pretty much guarantee yourself like 10 cents to $1 per card, because if you've ever went to antique malls in the 90s and early 2000s, you could go into those antique malls and you could buy Magic cards. You can buy Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised. You could buy Magic cards from that era in pawn shops and in antique malls. And you could buy foils. Well, kids like foils. Kids like shiny stuff. That's why I like shiny stuff. I'm a kid at heart. Kids love shiny stuff. You can sell shiny stuff to kids. That's great. Well, now that we've kind of gone through every card, I've rambled on, as I usually do, but that's fine. I think to end it all, I'll say that the most important thing that matters when it comes to buying cards is what you want. It's not what the masses want. If you want this Kaldheim Draugr Necromancer, get your Kaldheim Draugr Necromancer. Just because the card's worth 20 cents and everybody else says it's garbage, just because these people say that these cards are garbage, they're not garbage to you. If they say don't support Secret Lair because it supports a different idea of what Magic should be, well, then don't buy Commander, don't buy set boxes. Don't invest in Modern. Don't buy any of the Master Series. Don't buy any of the Commander Series. Just buy standard draft boxes. If you really, really want to support Magic in that regard, saying that it's simply a product like this because it has alternate art is so atrocious, just buy draft boxes. I'm not trying to say this in a mean kind of way. I'm just saying that you, as an individual, have the right to buy with your money what you will. Like, you don't have to dance around the issue. You buy what you want to buy, right? If you want to buy these secret layers when they come out, which sometimes they do drop the ball, and they did in the past with The Walking Dead, they made a card that other people couldn't get, and the Timmies and Billies, they couldn't get a hold of the card, and they didn't want to pay $60 for the foil edition. And now, well, if you wanted the cards that bad, you can absolutely go on TCG Player and buy each independent card. If you don't like the Secret Lair series, you can buy them secondhand. You're still supporting it because you're buying the cards, and it actually shows that there's a market for them. I don't mean to sound negative. I'm not trying to sound negative, but there is a lot of negative light put on stuff like this. I love art. I'm a sucker for art. I can't show you, but right in front of me, I have a 16-inch drawing tablet, screen on it, and I have a computer that can support art. I'm not much of an artist myself, but my better half is, and that's why I like anime. I love anime art, and that's what I think that these series kind of represent. Is this is about supporting the art and not about supporting Wizards. Wizards pays these artists a sum to make these cards. So you support Wizards, you support the artists. If you support secondhand markets, buying individual cards, you support Wizards because the person that already bought the card, and then you support the artist. So it's a self-fulfilling circle. You like art? Buy the Secret Lair series. I've kept you along for almost 30 minutes now, rambled about the cards, and maybe you learned something today, and maybe you didn't. And if you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I love people whenever they comment. I love talking to them. I love learning what they think and learning what they know. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Peace.